Hello everybody, I'm Penross776 and welcome back to Anima Season. You may be wondering, hang on, Anima Season? The last video was Anima Season, why are we back on Anima Season? What happened to Dark Season in between? I'll tell you what happened to Dark Season in between. It was Lucia bonus season. Lucia happened 5 times. And as a wise man once said, I got my ass beat, I'm not posting that shit. To add insult to injury, 8 matches total, 5 of them were Lucia matches, the other 3 matches all gave up without even playing, so that would have made for an absolutely terrible time. Yeah. I thought that Harmonic Lind would have worked an anti-Lucia thing, what with her damage reduction, countering, and just being fast. You know, the way to beat Lucia is winning the speed check, but unfortunately that did not work. That did not work at all. Not even slightly. Not even a little bit. So this season we've got a couple of different things. We've got Legendary Arm and we've got Alear, and you may be wondering, why is Alear here? And if you're very smart, you may be able to work out why Alear is here. Alear is here so that the same thing doesn't happen again. Alear is our anti-Lucia counter. Alear is pretty much the fastest unit in the game you can easily put together, and as I said, you beat Lucia by winning the speed check. Alear does that. Now I've said that, watch as we don't get a single Lucia all season, so I look like an absolute idiot. It's gonna happen, I tell you. Anyway, on the enemy team, Tibarn plus 10, Safer, Brave Camilla plus 10, Regin plus 2, and duo Peony and Elamine. Pretty well invested here. Not really much tankiness going on, but Tibarn and Camilla, especially Camilla, actually very strong at hit and run, being able to gravity down a team to help her get away more easily. You know, very helpful gravity. And moving Elamine into our catcher column here after taking down our flyer school. Sensible, however. Okay, here's where they're going now. Tibarn attacking in. Femordis deals decent damage, doesn't quite kill, but doesn't quite get killed either. So, you know, odds or evens. They back out, but they can't back out fully. Tibarn left in there, Safer also still in range. And Arvel up first, 57 times 4, adds up to, well, enough to one-shot Tibarn. Alear doing a funny little dance there, and not funny little dance, funny little rally, and Arm pulling forwards finishes off Safer. We can do better than that, though. Yeah, here we go. Arvel gets danced. Gonna blast Elamine. And there's still one more action in us, and it is Picnic Flora. Gonna finish Camilla as well. So that's 4 kills. Pretty happy with that, all things considered. And yeah, very quick surrender, very happy with that. Next battle, second battle here. We are looking at Plumeria, Safer, Seliph, Brave Seliph, Chrom, Brave Chrom, Plumeria, and Valuria. Valuria partnered with the Brave Seliph to get his Galeforce charged up quicker, very sensible move. And we'll see how all this goes. We do take out the Bolt Tower, that'll definitely help. We do get Safety Fenced, that doesn't matter so much because they're out of range anyway. And, oh, that's a real trap. Oh, that's a real trap. Oh, come on, the fact that they hit 2 real traps and we're still able to get out anyway. Brave Chrom exchange fate is simply ridiculous, frankly. And oh, finally making their move. Femordis is pretty tanky. Oh, and he just barely dies. That's very unfortunate. Barely dies, and with his counterattack gets Brave Chrom low enough to teleport in as well. Also, just barely. Now they're getting Galeforces charged one after the other. Antria? Nope, again, narrowly misses that. Brave Chrom up next, kills Arm, gets his Galeforce. We take out Mirabilis as well, leaving just Alear alive. Except, well, here's the other thing that Galeforce teams have going for them now, that. Just safer them, so no actions there from Alear. Gets both pots. Attacks in with Chrom. Decent damage. Alear's still alive though, they have to finish her off this turn, otherwise she's going to start causing problems. Safer. Alear's tanky, buddy, but they do have, like, 4 more actions because of all the dances they've brought. Yeah. Unfortunate lost Galeforce there. If Femordis had hung out just one attack longer against Chrom, and we were like, there was like 2 HP in it, then, you know, that would have stalled them out completely, but it didn't happen. But hopefully I'll get a bunch of Femordis merges on a Hero Rises, and that will fix that to some extent. Next up, Bridal Fjorm, Yuri +1, Duo Chrom, Naga +1, Safer, and Azura. New Year's Azura? Interesting. Again, Vault Tower down, that'll help. See what their approach is. They are isolating Mirabilis. They do get the lethality off on floor, not the lethality, the Deadeye, but same difference. It still does enough damage to finish her off, is the important part. Swapping Saver out. One of these days I really need to pick up Canto Control as well for this team, honestly. And pulling back out of range. Due to isolation, they really are out of range, except for this, where they aren't. So, yeah. Better luck next time. Still choosing to go forwards, though. Chrom should be able to deal with Arm, no problem. Oof, right in the feelings. And next up, takes out Catria as well. Sensible. But then the surrender. I'm guessing they realized they couldn't take out Alear, they couldn't take out Arvel. And those units were just going to rip through them next turn. So, yeah. As good a time to surrender as any, I say. Now, keep going. What have we here? We have Elamine +4, Atari Azura +1, Duo Nina +1, not maxed out. Interesting. Safer there we go, +1, Regan +10, and into Dorothea. It's for real trap. Dances. Escapes. Goes for the bolt trap as well. That one's not real. One of these days I should make it real, just as, you know, a prank. But, no, it's, for the time being, not real. Nina goes into Flora, presumably just to wake the team up. We are going to get safety fenced. There is the safety fence. Yeah, I really should find somewhere to put Kanto control. I'll figure it out at some point. Had the opportunity to run, are standing a little bit close, though, is the thing. So they are in danger, and would you look at that? Arvel coming all the way forwards. You may be wondering, Arvel, how did you get that far forwards? Those of you who've watched my banner reviews, that's guidance 4 on Mirabolus. It has been there on the skills list the whole time if you've been paying attention, but yeah. That's one of my new sneaky little tricks for extra sneaky mobility shenaniganization. When Mirabolus comes forwards like that, she can send units a lot further than otherwise. Now, Bolt Tower does go off. It does bring Flora down to 1 hit point. Nina does do enough damage to finish the job, by which I mean more than 0 damage. And against Alear, damage reduction kicks in pretty hard, not hard enough to keep her alive, though. However, that's all they're able to do. And now it's our turn again. There is the Nina problem removed for good. Thank you, Arm. Or I mean, removed for evil, possibly. Arvel choosing to come over to deal with Dorothea. And Arm got danced. Is also able to go really far thanks to Guidance 4, best skill in the game. I know I say this about a lot of different skills, but for real, best skill in the game right there. And that is a beautiful whole team wipe, bringing things to a very quick end. Now next up, we have Safer. We have Ashera +4. Elamine, okay. Fallen Ike +10, Duo Chrom +1, and Legendary Robin, an absolute menace in terms of giving units, especially Fallen Ike, ridiculous stats, because a unity stacking is the best stacking in the game, right? 2 unities is worth 3 unities, actually. I say this a lot. And just going straight up there, that is the best tile for dealing with our team because that catapult is there. Also, they savoured our Mirabolus. If Mirabolus was in here right now, you see the kind of damage we're doing. If Mirabolus was in here right now, Triangle Attack would be online. Triangle Attack would be online and real problems would be happening. Unfortunately, it's not, and Fallen Ike does just have the stats and the damage reduction as well, but single attacks are not getting through to him. Damn, Mirabolus has pretty high res as well. And now we're just backing off. Backing off, getting out of range, presumably planning to take on the rest of this in player phase. Or just stand back here. Okay, now they're sending Ike in. Oh, no, never mind. They're sending Ike back out. Spoke too bloody soon. And no catching them out, unfortunately. Now, Legendary Robin. It's Catria. That should finish her off. Yep, no problems there. And... the Deadeye, of course. Alear, extremely tanky to everything except Deadeye. Because she has an absurd amount of damage reduction. Now, Femoris attacking into Ike. It's a Mayhem Aether up front. Barely survives, which is actually kind of unfortunate for us. because he's not going to finish he's not going to finish Ike off, and if he had died there, then Mirabilis would have just suicided into Ike as well. Instead, Mirabilis is left alive, giving them the chance to go get whatever pots they want. Yeah, it's turn 5, odd numbered turns, so they savor us again. And they go get pots. And finish off Mirabilis, finish the map. Ooh, frustrating. Especially frustrating is the fact I looked back at the stats on that Safer, right? She was right at the bottom of the map. That's all that distance between her and Mirabilis, and based on how Saber's res works, it was literally exact res to be able to shut down Mirabilis like that. If she had even 1 point less res, or if Mirabilis had 1 point more res, then that would not have worked, and that fallen Ike would be very, very dead right now. So that's kind of unfortunate. But hey, that's something that we can fix very easily for the future. Just you wait. Next season's Mirabilis is going to be looking very dangerous. Well, let's try not to have any more of that sort of problem, shall we? Instead, next up here we've got Arcane Grima +1, Elamine +3, Nowi +10, Sumeria, Safer +1, and Fallen Lilith, who is paired with that Nowi, giving Nowi null follow up. Okay, so setting up with Elamine, Grima support both on the Nowi, and since they got the turn 1 Elamine, they did successfully shut down Catria. Again, as I've said before, Elamine can false start Catria, but only really on turn 1. There's another reason I should consider making that bolt trap real, honestly. I should just do it, so that anyone who decides to do funny business turn 1 and stand on it, well, admittedly these guys didn't stand on it, so that doesn't matter, right? But nonetheless, I should do it. And the Arcane Grima actually outspeeds Legendary Arm as well. That is remarkable. Still, I'm sure we can get something going here. I'm sure we can. Well, the good news, Flora is not dead. So, oh, and Catria coming forwards with maybe the best shot we've actually seen here. Got the noises. Still not doing much damage, but better than no damage, I suppose. Unfortunately, this does mean now that Catria is very vulnerable, and, well, would you look at that? Exactly what I expected was going to happen. The rest of the team just shuffles up. I'm not sure what they've done here was entirely wise, however, because, yeah, Fallen Lilith, you are... No, you're going to survive, Alear. For 1 hit. 1. Unfortunately, Alear gets danced if you do that. Alear gets danced, and oh, goodbye, Lilith. That's a combination of... never mind. Flora attacking into Arcane Grima again, doing not very much. Again, barely surviving. She has, however, shuffled outside Healing Tower range, but we're still in safe ball formation. So we should be pretty well set up. Not that it matters, because apparently this is the kind of person who surrenders after losing 1 unit. Guess they're going for maximum lift efficiency here. Well, fair. Now here's something, and by something I mean we are looking at Witch Rare +2, Fallen Leon +3, Interesting choice. Quick riposte. Duo Askr +1, Saver +1, Elamine +1, and Ashera +3. And, well, that is possibly the most straightforward tanking setup you could possibly imagine. And, well, we're gonna deal with this a very normal way. Namely, ooh, Flora going first. How often do you see that, huh? Takes one counterattack from Witchrea, but, well, now it's Iceberg time. And she is sunk. Keep going. Guidance 4 means Arvol can go all the way over here. I thought Fallen Leon was supposed to be good at dealing with colorless ranged units. However,
useless.
All that damage reduction not gonna help. Legendary Arm forward next. Ooh, Lunar Flash. It's over. Ooh, not quite. It is now. And hey, why not send Alear forwards as well? Because she can do that. Oh, and Cantria as well. Cantria's all the way over here. We've left Femordis behind yet again. But, well, it doesn't matter. We forced out the surrender. Ooh, the whole team. Did you see how far forwards the whole team moved there? I love this team. I'm sure you can tell from the fact that I keep running it every season, but I do genuinely love this team. And rolling into the final battle here. Who do we have? Safer +1, Elamine +2, Rutger +10. Jojuma, Sheena +10, and Plumeria +1. I have to commend this person's unit choice. Those are definitely units. Some of them might even be called absolute units, and they again hit us with the turn 1. The turn 1 false start on Cantria, that's the easy one. So, no triangle attack, none of that nonsense. Just good old, not much, honestly. Now Rutger, again, I say just enough. Godlike Reflex is making it plenty of damage to cut through Arvol there, but that's the only move they're taking for the time being. And Alear goes forwards to take on Rutger, and she is fast enough to cut him down. Now it's Arm's turn. Not getting any triangle attacks due to positioning. Flora, however, does, but well, she does. Cantria moves forwards. Femordis still lagging a little behind. There's Bolt Tower, and choosing to keep fighting safer now. Finishes off Cantria. Swap there. Okay, now that... Oh, and Juma taking out Arm as well. So that's a lot of our offensive bulk out of the way now. It's just kind of... Oh, and they're using the duo skill as well. Yes, Cantria out of the way means they can do that. Yeah, Rutger may be down, but they're still setting up as a full regular save ball here. And Alear attacking into Sheena. Without guidance nearby, Alear doesn't have enough follow-up. Alear is relying on Mirabilis for that. And 0 damage even from the iceberg into that hardy defense there. Now what can we do? That's what we can do. and just tightening down the save ball there. Flora attacking again into Juma. Again, unfortunately, the iceberg is going to line up with that defensive Aegis. So again, most of the damage going to be neutralized. Flora gets danced. It's pretty hard, but yet again, iceberg, Aegis lined up in their special cooldown count times, so the fact that they're in sync means that Juma is gonna stay alive for now. Next for Mortis attacking into Sheena. Neither of them doing very much damage to the other. Alear is finally getting that offensive no follow-up boost. Pavis eats most of the damage and it's gonna do it again. Sheena actually winning this engagement here. Turn 5 out of 7, we're getting healed back up. Saver takes down Alia's turn. And Flora teleporting down this way to attack Juma. That's not necessarily all that good. And yet again, it keeps happening. Iceberg hitting Aegis. Damage is adding up, but it's all gonna get healed. Alia keeps fighting into Sheena. 9 damage now through that Pavis. That's a bit more than prior. Starting to do a little bit of damage since Sheena's healing up 7 each time, but
Lament your fate.
well, we'll see how much it actually ends up as, because she's gonna just heal even more here. Just an absolute wall, that Sheena.
Enjoy yourself.
And Juma taking the opportunity here to not quite finish off Alear. Takes a pretty big chunk in return as well. Now with the dance should let him finish her off. So that's that out of the way, and Elamine healing him up. However, here's the thing. 1, there's a spot out of Elamine range for Flora to attack. 2, Aegis and Iceberg are now out of sync. And that, my friends, is all done for Juma. And all done for Juma means that with the dance, Flora now has free range to hit, well, whoever she wants, really. Mortis going to go in Sheena again.
Wail and tremble in grief.
Yet again, Bonfire not going to do much damage. It takes a little bit of damage back. No one really cares. And it is their final turn. Turn 7. So yeah, there was no way they were chopping through the entirety of our remaining defense with what they had left there. The sensible surrender. Well, it was a decent season. It was not the best season. It wasn't the worst season. We did have 2 losses that were kind of unfortunate. And, well, I mean, I don't know if this makes it more or less frustrating, but both of them were decided by a matter of a very small handful of stats, like 1, 2, that many stat points. So, you know, that says to me, we can fix those. We can come back next season, and if that same strategy was tried again, so long as we've done what we need to do to fix that, it's not gonna work. So yeah, that's good. On the other hand, very frustrating that it happened to us anyway. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have better luck than I do in all of your seasons, and I'll see you all next time. Penrost out.